Hey, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Avalanche's price chart. And since the last time that we talked about AVAX, unfortunately we got yet another move on the downside. However, as you can see in this phase down, we still haven't taken this important low, and as long as we're not doing that, I think makes sense to remain a bit more optimistic than pessimistic. But when it comes to classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances, I'm not really sure if I have good news for you. Why is that? You see, back then around these areas, this was kind of a decent support. However, in here, it seems like that we got our initial break, followed by that this move up can be interpreted as just a simple pullback. And if this is the case, what's going to happen next? I'm going to say probably we are going to have, unfortunately, a continuation of the move down. Now, let's be objective and check out the bullish scenario as well. You see, what do we have off of the lowest low? I think there is like a very good argument to be made for this initial move to be in form of an impulse, something like this, excuse me, 1 2 3 4 5, and then in here probably I'm gonna say yes, starting from this high and ending to about this point, we are having a WXY probably in form of a flat and a zigzag, and the current move can be, for example, yet another 1 2 3 4 5 wave impulsive structure on the upside. Now, if you want to be bullish in Avalanche and you want to say maybe the low is already in, okay, fair enough, then I guess you can say this is 1 2 and then big move up into wave 3 4 5, which on a higher degree that's going to be into this wave 3, and followed by that we're going to have correction for 4, and that leads at least another move on the upside into wave 5. This is, I would say, pretty much the best bullish count that I can think of at the moment in AVAX, in case that the final bottom is already in. Am I going to consider this thing as my primary case and be like 100% optimistic? I don't really think so, but again, we have to be objective. Now, according to our bearish count, maybe in AVAX at the moment, we are having just a simple ABC zigzag, and in terms of the subwaves, 5 up into A, correction for B, let's say this time WXY, not really that important, and yet another 5 wave on the upside into wave C. And well, so far we are having only 2 sets of 5 waves, so you know, maybe this is after all an A, B, C zigzag, and this is the key. I need you to pay full attention to what I'm about to say. In case that from here, or maybe like just a bit higher, you see a move down, and in that move, we take this important low right in here, about let's say $20.2. At that point, okay, we have to kind of consider this ABC zigzag with much more confidence, because that could potentially be our bearish confirmation suggesting unfortunately our move down in Avalanche is not over yet, and at that point you should probably count on a continuation of this short-term downtrend in order to take this low down here about $19.5, and then all eyes should be on this important low down here about $19. If we take this at that point, overall we need to really rethink what is going on in here, because we may have a much more of a bearish scenario than we initially thought in here. But again, like we said it also at the beginning of the video, as long as we are not doing that, I think makes sense to stay a bit optimistic. And if you want to also consider the final low being in, then okay, all eyes should be on the current move. What you want to see is maybe after a very small correction, a very strong move on the upside. What you do not want to see is another move down in order to take this important low. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Avalanche. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.